Oh, are you sure? Because it's going to show on here and I'm going to be talking the whole time. All right, what is up, beautiful traders? It is Thursday, March 21st. Hope you all been having a wonderful week. Again, we know it's chaotic in the background. The industry is a little bit wonky right now. Everything's being smoothed out, so be patient. Enjoy life. Like I said last time, use this time to, just utilize creating a trading plan, doing anything and everything. Just taking your brain off of charts. It gives, if you've been watching my Instagram stories, you see I've been playing pickleball, I've been doing this, been going there, doing this. It's giving me a nice break because sometimes you need it. Regardless if you're being successful trading or not, you want to have a nice little break away from anything because too much of a good thing, you know what I mean? I don't know, somebody give me some thumbs up in the chat if you guys can see me. Let me say this. Because I'm not getting any feedback. Seeing if I don't know if anybody's even in here right now. It's not showing me like any feedback like it normally does. But like I said, I hope y'all been having a wonderful time. And obviously there is other brokers you can be using. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously I'm going to stay true to my people, Surge. And then my personal account, I was using a broker. I'll just say it was forex.com, my personal funds, and had a little bit of issues with the withdrawals and stopped immediately. That's why Surge, 100% payouts. That's why I switched to funding accounts. Obviously, yes, it can be a little more stressful because you no longer can just trade how you want to. You have to abide by the rule or you blow your account and you waste your money. So let's don't do that. All right. I'm going to just run right through this because it is Thursday again. Yeah. I was thinking Tuesday. I believe we went over GBP USD and literally, like I said I would be looking for shorts for price to respect this area, look for price to exhaust and find some market structure on the lower time frame. And look what it did. GBP USD literally on Tuesday, 1.27846 to 1.26. That's a 100 pip move in 2 days. So this is why on these lives, and I don't give y'all signals. I'm not going to say buy here or sell here. I just tell you what I see and what I would be taking. It is completely up to you whether you want to take it. It is your responsibility to do your due diligence and not going to blame me. But flawless GBP USD was beautiful trade. Good morning, Wormy. But so Wormy, you are, let's see. All right, you got the stage, brother. What would you like to see me chart up? What would you want me to talk about? I want to see some feedback in the chat because if not, I'm going to do the same thing I do every time. I'm going to run through exactly how I chart up and then the live's done. I love feedback. Even if you guys are watching this, I know, again, I say this every time. Obviously, it is 11 o'clock. Most of you people are working, so you're having to watch this on the YouTube for Surge Trader. You can still comment, and we still check the comments. So if you want me to go over something, if you want me to speak on this, speak on that, speak on how Surge runs, anything, I have to know. Like, I can't read your minds, so please. Oh, you know what? I don't have headphones either. Just thought about it. So hopefully you guys can hear me well. So let's look right here at this market structure before I go through a clean new pair. Boom. Price shows exactly that it met that level of resistance. Price rainbowed around, died through, and then here is your signal right there. Boom. The candle comes through, cannot pass through that area of resistance, respects, and then boom. That one little, it always has. Remember, break, hook, and go. Same thing if we're buying. It's the exact same for 40% off. Yeah, definitely. I would 100%. If you are looking to be buying a challenge, you are crazy not to take the 40% off. That's like the biggest sale I think they have ever ran. Even if you have to wait 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, it doesn't matter. You got it for 40% off. So use the time to where once you can get the account or once you can start trading, you have your trading plan in place. You have your rules in place. Yeah, let's speak on gold. I don't like speaking on gold because I haven't been able to trade it and I miss her and I'm having detachment issues. So yeah, we'll go on that. But anyways, just want to speak on GU. You can literally see price breaks area resistance, comes back, retests, and then boom, 100 pip move, flawless. It's literally all about patience. If you can wait for these setups, I promise you, you will take your trading to a completely different level. Your success rate will probably go up to at least a 70%. And the most successful Forex traders, the most successful traders in the world have a win rate of 48%. So a lot of you focus on like the numbers and logistics, all that stuff. You just have to hold your wins and cut your losses short. That's all it's about. It doesn't matter how it works. It's the ones where you're changing the lot sizes, you're cutting your winners in 10 to 15 pips because you've been in drawdown for 4 hours, and so you're frantic and you panic and close early, and then your losses, you're sitting there on your knees praying that price turns around, and you hold way past your stop loss, or you didn't even use a stop loss. So again, use this time wisely, create a plan and stick to it. Unless your name's Middle Demo. Exactly. Yeah, we don't do demo here. All right, so let's take a look at gold. You know what? I don't even think. I apologize, you guys. You could have told me that, Wormy. Now you should be able to see the screen. So let me just real quick go over this because I thought I was sharing that. Price hits the area of resistance. GBP USD rainbowed over. We went over this Tuesday. I think price was like right here. I said it was going to probably meet this level. This is the monthly zone. This was the weekly zone. Weekly and daily come very close to each other. So I said I feel GBP USD, plus we had a lot of news coming out around this area, but I felt that it was going to meet this area of resistance and die down, come back, respect this area where price showed a lot of market structure here, and then come back up and give us that nice little bullish run. Could blast through this area of support and just continue down. I haven't checked in the last day the news, so I don't know what could be possibly coming out. We'll take a look at Forex Factory in like 5 or 10 minutes. So remind me of that. All right, so let's take a look at gold. Perfect. I don't have any drawings on here. Let's see if I got this one. Good. I removed them all. 4 hours. Take a look. Obviously, gold is trending. Broke to new highs. Filled this wick right here back from that's Friday the 8th of March. And then we created an all-time high of 2022, which is wild. That is insanity. I'm just switching back real quick, looking at this news. Yeah, there is a lot of news for USD. All right, so yeah, let me do my thing with gold real quick. Let's go to the monthly. Ooh, let me remove all that. Remove drawings. We're going to the monthly. We are going to switch from the candles to the line chart as always. First thing, first step. What are we looking for? Peaks and valleys. Automatically see inverted head and shoulders, by the way, on a monthly. So you can basically measure engage the head of this and play it onto the right side of that shoulder and see that gold is probably going to hit 2,500 by the next, or I would say by the end of April. We'll see. Hold me to it. All right, so all I'm looking for, again, peaks and valleys. We go off current price action. I don't care about price all the way down at 1062 back in 2015, because in order for price to go back to that area, it's got to be something catastrophic. Economy's got to tank. Something's got to happen. So don't stress your chart so much with 50,000 lines. Oh, again, as always, before I even go into the peaks and valleys, I don't use indicators. I'll say this every single live. I don't use indicators. They lag. I don't like. Sometimes I'll put some moving averages on just to give a little confluence to or what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a mass sell on like the daily or weekly for a longer time frame. But other than that, like Fibonacci's, all that good stuff. I know you guys love it. I know the YouTubers just scream about it, all this stuff. But it was created for stocks. It's not for Forex. It's completely different. Nothing's ever been updated. It's just been merged in with the technology, and I don't use it. It lags. You can literally I don't care. I don't even remember what it's called, like Ikimoto clouds or whatever. Anything you put, if you look at current price action, it's not going to be relevant. It's always in the history. You know how you'll have these YouTubers or Instagrammers, whatever it is, they're like, oh, well, price is right here. I would have took this. It's so easy to say what you would have done when you're looking at the history, but nobody tells what they would do on the current price. So this is why I say stick to the current price action. Keep your charts clean and clutter-free. It's way less stress on your eyes. All right, current price action is now at 21.72. We're going to put just a peak right there, and then we're going to go to the valley of that price because that was the little rally price did. Let's go a little bit lower. Now remember, this is monthly, so I'm just going to literally put 21.15 because it's parallel to there, and that's enough for the monthly because these valleys are too far gone from current price action, so I'm not going to clutter my charts. And you can right-click this. You can put this is my monthly zone. You can change the colors. You know, whatever looks what's the word, aesthetically clean for you, do it. Just, you know, there's a lot of guys in the Imperial group that they, or one in particular, that uses crazy colors like his bright green, bright yellow, bright red. It's just, I'm telling you, you cannot prove me that that's successful for you because it's just too stressful. It's stressful enough just watching price. So you don't want to put too many colors. That's why I have just this bland gray, very bland colors. All right, there's monthly. Going to the weekly, again, boom, perfect. Exactly where we put it on the monthly. It gives me a little bit of confidence for monthly and weekly. We have that area of resistance there. So price is definitely probably going to play around on gold. Again, we haven't looked at the news yet, so we'll switch back in just a minute. Well, I'll tell you what, before I go in here, let's just go ahead and do that. That way we can go over the news real quick. Share screen, Forex Factory. Bing, bang, boom. It is Thursday. It's 11:15 right now, so it looks like most of the news for today is done. We had some existing home sales for USD, flash service PMI. Everything was good for the US dollar. If you see this number right here, we had the forecast, which is basically what they're predicting, what the previous number was, and then the actual, what it comes out. Most of these, you can click on this folder, and it's either, I think the words like hawkish, against the whatever pair, like USD. It could be good for it, or it could be bad. So you just click these little folders. It tells you everything you need to know about the news. If you want to be completely honest, I don't read too much. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should know about it. I just look at the colors of the folders, and it tells me, hey, you know what? We have very crucial news coming out. So it gives me that, you know what? Do I want to take the risk, or do I not? It's a red folder. I know it could create volatility, and I make my decision from that. Now, there's sometimes I'll go in and, you know, and I'll look and I'll see, okay, Powell speaking. Obviously, I never trade when he speaks because you guys know he is the atomic bomb to the markets, literally. PMI sometimes, CPI out of nowhere. Like 2 years ago, CPI barely ever even moved the market. Now, CPI is the new NFP. FOMC is just, I don't even know why it puts it in red folders right now because I have yet to see FOMC change anything. NFP still has play. Like I watched UJ, which had no volatility for like a week, and we were in buys, and NFP come out and it just blasted. I think we were on a 200 pip run on there. I passed 2 challenges with that, or 2 challenges. So again, super simple. You can literally go to forexfactory.com. That's what I use. You know, there's no affiliation with it. I just like it because it's super clean, super easy to read. You can go right here, click this little flag right here, and then you can put whether you want the yellow folders, the gray, you know, stuff like that. And I just put red and orange, super simple, and boom, boom. So tomorrow, bingo, right here, 9 a.m., we have Powell speaking. So we can click this folder and we can see, why do traders care about this? As head of the central bank, which controls short-term interest rates, he has more influence over the nation's currency value than any other person. So remember that. This man can literally slaughter accounts. So it's best to just don't take the risk. If you're wanting to gamble and you're trying to flip account, okay, yes, I've done that. It's fun. But realistically, if you want longevity with your trades and your account and you want to reach a peak level of success, try to differentiate. Just don't trade the news. Super simple. Everybody's like, oh, well, I'm a fundamental trader. It's too much. Again, it's too much. It's already enough stress for me charting up. I don't want to go and add more to it and try to gain more knowledge from this side when news literally can be 50-50 every single time. I've seen where news come out for the USD on gold, and it was good for the US dollar, and gold spiked. And that's, a lot of people call that the whipsaw, where you have speculation where everybody just, the anticipation of what news is going to do, and then price spikes up, and then the initial reaction happens, and then we all got wiped. So again, just explaining why I'm not a good fundamental trader. I don't enjoy trading news. It's just too risky. All right, so let's do this. Let's stop sharing there. And let's go back to the charts. Boom. Now on gold, where we left off. We were on the monthly. We put our peaks and valleys just based off current price action. We moved from candles to the line chart, and now we are going to the weekly. Weekly, we still have some pretty good confluence on both time frames. We're going to go down to the daily to try to just pin it down a little bit more. Now see, boom, already I see a little valley there based off current price action. Let's look to the left. We can't look to the left because prices never reached this high. So it's super hard when you've reached new highs and new lows to look back in the history, because you're going to have to go so far back to compare to stuff like that. So I would say at least we'll try to identify these peaks here, and then just to balance the chart out, we're going to put them here and there, and boom, we have enough. We have that little ladder built to where if price is going to be bullish or bearish, we know where those areas are going to be. Now you could dissect it and go deep into the quarter points, but gold had such a bullish run right here that you're going to have 50 million lines, so wouldn't suggest that. Not saying you can't, but you're just going to clutter your charts up. 4 hour, and look, see, you guys seen, and I haven't even switched to candles yet, but all I did was put parallel lines in those two areas, and look where price played. That's just based off previous experience. I know that price moves a certain way before fundamental pushes and stuff like that. But what I see now on the lower time frame is we have this peak here that did not show up. Let's go back to the daily. Yeah, see, didn't even show up on the daily, but on the 4 hour on the lower time frame, we have this peak here. So it's going to give us a little bit clear indication on where price is going, what price is doing, and how it's going to react to these levels. So again, another nice little parallel just to keep things clean here. And then we see, obviously, we have a bullish run. Boom, price met some area of resistance, coming back down. Could respect this area of resistance and price come all the way back down to the 2045 area, show that it's solidified on that area of support, foundation's built, and then gold is going to rush up to it or just continue making new highs. If you've been listening to me for the past 3 or 4 or 5 months, you already know I feel like the U.S. economy is tanking already. It works like this. Whether you know anything about Forex, fundamentals, anything, when you have U.S. debt, all-time high, gold, all-time high, home sales, all-time high, every single Bitcoin just hit an all-time high. So across the board, everything's at all-time high. That means that not necessarily time to panic, but it's just something catastrophic bound to happen. Now, obviously, this is all intertwined with the elections probably coming up. You're going to see something just, I don't even want to go into politics, but I am sure 100% that it will play a huge part in where we go from that point, So, again, we're at the 4 hour. I know that for me, what goes up must come down. Literally. Get some water. So again, we have a nice little indication on where price has been, where it's going, and that's on the 4 hour. You guys can change the colors on here. You can put 4 hour zone, daily zone, weekly zone. What I like to do realistically is just do this. I'll get my box, and I do this right here. This is my all-time high, and this is my lows. So I know that price is probably going to be playing into that area, because that entire area of price from 2040 to 2020, 22.05, there was really no, not gonna say fluctuation, but there was price just blasted through. So 9 times out of 10, when that happens, you can look to the left to test that. Price comes back and at least touches those price points before the initial reaction comes into play. So I see gold probably coming down a little bit more, maybe testing this area right here. We'll put a box and we'll come back on this on Tuesday just to see how it plays out. And this is around 2090, let's say 2083 to 2094. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I look to the left, I say, where's the recent highest peak? We see that price came up, respected, came up, respected. So obviously this price point was pretty significant. Whatever, and gold plays a huge role in our economy. So if price is reaching these certain levels, that something in the economy is happening. What about that? Oh my God. I cannot believe you said that. But anyways, man, you just messed me up on the cable. Oh my God. All right, so let's go down to the 1 hour. I don't like going past the 1 hour just because then it gets too chaotic. I love you. But as you can see, prices playing back and forth. We've been talking about this for months. I was talking to one of my good friends the other day about how gold has been playing out, what I see gold doing, and literally to a T, it is playing out perfectly. So you see how price fizzles out at this area? This is how you can identify, even if you're struggling with the candlestick patterns, you can go to the line chart and you can see a much clearer, like literally. I used to do this when this is how I created this entire, this isn't a strategy, this is just how to chart up properly for me, only because of 7 years of success. This is why I say this is the proper way for me. If you are a successful trader and you've been doing it for a long time, don't change it. Add it to it. Try to merge some way to where it'll help you out a little bit when you get stumped. But again, I haven't even switched to candlesticks. All I'm doing is putting lines on the screen and look how they play out. Bink, 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 bink. Now, a lot of times I do use trend lines. And the only reason I say this is because I see what price is doing. You had this nice little, I'm not familiar with y'all's terminology and all that stuff. I just call this like an ascending wedge right here. And the reason I call it that is because, boom, we have this little pizza pie right there. Prices played out, bink, 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 hit that more than 10 times. And when you see this, when price breaks out, does that nice little spike, 9 times out of 10, what price does is it comes back. I'm going to put another square, not to clutter up my charts, but you see this area of support where price was recognizing this as a strong, solidified foundation. 9 times out of 10, once it blasts through, price comes down for that last retest, and this is where you'll see the beautiful market structure. This is where you can see your double bottoms, your inverted head and shoulders, your rising stars. This is where that terminology was created on these pullbacks. So price could come back to this area. Now, just because I'm on the 1 hour and I see this gap, I'm going to put that line there just because this could be just keep this as an area of interest. And the reason I put it there is because I've seen price break hook and go there, break hook and go there, blast right through, didn't break hook and go there. So I would say 2165, very significant price, and we're close to that price. So we could see this literally today. Powell speaks tomorrow. Tomorrow you could see price just fizzle back and forth to this creating a new foundation for support, and then price blast off. So again, I do not go past the 1 hour. Now watch this beautiful magic trick right here. I'm gonna switch from the line to the candles, and bam. It's insanity to me. It's just crazy to me how it plays out, how price, it tells you the whole story. And that's what we're doing. Like we were going through the chapters from the time frames. And now it gives you that beautiful price point. So I truly hope that helps you guys, because I know I might not comment all the time in either group, especially because you guys are animals to me inside the Surge Discord. But I try not to say too much. But the biggest thing I've seen with a lot of y'all that would tremendously help you trading is you stop cluttering your charts so much. Like y'all have got 50 indicators. You're trying to make sure the stars align with the moon and the wavelengths of this. It's too much. It's already stressful enough just to see if price is going to be coming down to this area. So stop stressing yourself out so much with all the extras. Because even with trend lines, Fibonacci's, everything you do, it has human error because I'm adjusting this. This isn't built into the market. I'm putting it to my liking. Like I want it on the tip of the candle or the tip of the wick and stuff like that. I'm adjusting it to my likings. You guys could be putting it right here, right here, right here. That's why just use it as a small indication with trend lines and support and resistance areas. All the other fluff, delete it for a month. Just try it for a month, do your back testing, and see if it helps out. If it doesn't, and yours is just your consistent way, it's probably 9 times out of 10 just because you're comfortable with that. And I'm telling you, to reach at that new level, scale it down on stressing yourself out. All right, so we went over gold. We've got this. We got price coming back. We're going to come down to the 15-minute time frame, just see how price is playing out. Playing out perfectly as described. Again, this is our point of interest, like 2165. Could come down to the 2155 area, but I see price kind of just fizzling. It could range back and forth, but like within like a 50, 70 pip range. And then Powell speaks tomorrow at 9 a.m. So just keep that in mind. That could be the price point or that could be the area of where price just blasts off or comes through and just destroys all of these levels before the reaction finally comes in. Because the anticipation on this, I'm sure, is crazy. Everyone's like, oh, we're buying gold, we're going in. Remember, same as Bitcoin, I've seen people lose their homes because they bought at the highs and they sold at the lows. If I can give you any advice, try not to do that. Gold just hit an all-time high. It's not where you don't want to buy right here. You want to wait for those pullbacks. This is your ability to completely perfect your, I don't even know the word, just your patience. You want to really focus on that. I know it's fun, it's exciting. Everyone likes to look at trading as gambling, but you can completely remove that factor. It's not the excitement of going, like I hate gambling. I hate going into casinos and I lose my money every single time because I don't have any educated guesses. I don't know, I hear all these stupid stories of, oh, you got to see who's hit this and watch for them to play. Nothing works. I have lost thousands on thousands on thousands at the casinos. Don't do it. Don't apply that to your trading. Have patience, put your levels in, and have enough information for you that you feel confident with the trade. So that way, if it's a win or a loss, you're okay. You move to the next. Like, hey, you know what? Market's still here. We're going for the next trade. Going into that, don't go crazy on your risk management. Have enough to where you can lose like 40 trades before you risk your account. Now, obviously on a funded account, that might be a little bit difficult, but not realistically, because you could be trading on a 100K account 0.05 lot, and your goal for the day is like $50, $60. You don't have to be making just because everybody on Instagram posts that they're making 200 grand a day, which is beyond baloney, and you guys try to apply that to your trading. This is the simplest scale for that. If you're making $150 a day, 250, I don't know. Try to focus for a month consistently of making half your income for the day, which means you just made 4 hours overtime for the day on your trading. That's the whole goal of trading, is to increase your income, to reach that level of financial freedom. In order to do that, you've got to do brick by brick baby steps. You cannot, I know this has happened. It happened for me once or twice with gambling, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen to where you get in a good trade and you're like, oh, I feel it. The anticipation's there. I'm dropping a 10 lot on gold thinking that it's going to go the opposite way. And for those lucky people, they hit the 50K mark or whatever. They won on that trade. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. It's almost like the market knows. It builds that anticipation up to get your gambling instincts rattled up, and then you break every single rule and you blow your account, and then you're back to that same conversation in your head of why did I do that? I have been there thousands of times, I can assure you. It's not fun. You are your biggest critic and your worst enemy, so try to shut that crap out of your head, and that's the whole reason for rules, to keep you on track, to give you guidelines. So your trading plan is the most important thing to your trading, regardless of anything, whether you know how to chart up or not. You want to be able to attack the charts with a full-blown strict plan that you will not break. Because once you break and you feel that one trade, like you're trading a consistent 0.5 lot, and that one trade you felt like was just going to be beautiful, you drop a 2 lot and it goes well, it destroys everything, because your next trade you're going to drop a 2 lot, or even more, you're going to increase it because you see that money, and then it goes against you and you wipe the account. So don't do that. It's been a little bit longer than what I anticipated. I love you guys. Please, again, if you're watching this in the evening, whenever, and you're on YouTube, leave feedback in the comments, because I can only speak so much when I'm talking to myself. So give me some, exactly. Give me something, whether you guys want me to chart up, whether you want me to talk about this. Bought gold at 21.74 because BG spoke. There we go. And look at it. Don't hold me accountable. Don't hold me accountable. All right, guys. Again, now I'm going on a trip. I believe I leave Tuesday. Not exactly sure. I'll let y'all know. But if not, Tuesdays and Thursdays all my lives. If I can, I'll try to bring some of my equipment, at least my laptop and a camera, and I might do my live there. So I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Remember, tomorrow, 9 a.m., Powell speaks. Be cautious. If you want to gamble, yeah, take it. But just be cautious. Powell sends a ripple through the freaking universe when he speaks. So you have my warning. Again, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all soon. I love